Hello and welcome. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on one of the most talked about technologies out there, ChatGPT. You've seen it write poetry, you've seen it debug code, maybe you've even had it plan your vacation. But the big question is it actually thinking? We're going to break down how it all really works, right from the inside out.
You've probably felt it, right? You type in a question and the response you get back is so good, so human, that it feels almost conscious. So what is really happening under the hood? Are we dealing with some kind of genuine intelligence, or is it just an incredibly sophisticated magic trick?
I mean, just look at this. You ask for a simple poem, and you get something that feels genuinely creative, maybe even a little bit emotional. It's lines like these that really make you wonder. It just feels like there's a spark of something more than just ones and zeros in there.
Okay, let's unravel this illusion, because the secret here is actually a fantastic paradox. It's both surprisingly simple and, at the same time, mind-bogglingly complex. And it all comes down to one core idea: the prediction engine.
See, at its very heart, ChatGPT is what's known as a large language model, or an LLM for short. Now, if you forget everything else for a moment, just remember this. Its entire mind-bending capability is built on one simple function: just predicting the next word in a sentence. And you know, the best way to really wrap your head around this is with a tool you probably use dozens of times a day: autocomplete on your phone. Just imagine that, but with a supercharged, galaxy-sized brain. That's kind of what we're talking about.
So when you give it a prompt, it's not thinking about your question, it's not trying to understand your intent, it's just making a high-stakes statistical bet. Based on all the patterns it's ever seen, it asks, what's the most likely word to come next? Then it adds that word. And then it reads the new sentence and does the whole thing over again, and again, and again. In a lightning-fast loop, a coherent paragraph just emerges from pure probability.
But that raises a pretty huge question, doesn't it? To make such good predictions, it must have an incredible understanding of language. So where exactly did it go to school?
Well, the answer is just immense scale. The model was trained by reading a colossal, almost incomprehensible amount of text scraped from the public internet. Try to imagine it absorbing a huge chunk of all the books, all the articles, and all the websites ever written. That's the library it's working from.
And by reading that massive library, it didn't just memorize facts. No, it absorbed the patterns of how we humans talk. It learned the hidden rules of grammar, the difference between a formal email and a casual text. It learned how we build arguments, tell stories, and even how we use sarcasm. It's all just incredibly sophisticated pattern recognition.
So what does this next word prediction engine actually let us do? Well, as it turns out, this one simple mechanism unlocks some unbelievably powerful and practical applications.
This is a perfect example. It doesn't understand astrophysics. It's just merging two patterns it's learned, the facts about black holes pattern and the explain it to me like I'm 10 pattern. It then predicts a sequence of words, the trampoline analogy, that is the most probable intersection of both of those patterns. It's kind of brilliant, right? And the exact same logic applies to something technical, like code. It's not a programmer, but it has seen millions and millions of lines of Python code. So when you ask for a simple timer, it just predicts the sequence of characters that most statistically resembles a correct working script. It's literally pattern matching its way to a functional program. It can even be your creative co-pilot. You know, if you're stuck on marketing ideas, it's analyzed millions of successful ad headlines. It knows the pattern of a catchy subject line and can generate statistically compelling options to get your own brainstorming started.
But for all this remarkable power, we have to hit the pause button for a second, because understanding what it can't do is just as important as knowing what it can. This is the reality check.
Okay, here is the most critical takeaway of all. It has no concept of truth. It's only trying to generate a sentence that sounds plausible. Sometimes, the most probable next word creates a fact that is completely made up. We call that a hallucination. And of course, its knowledge isn't live. It's frozen in time, so it has no idea what happened in the news yesterday.
So this is the single most important rule to remember. It's a tool, not an oracle. You should treat it like the world's most capable intern. It's great for drafting, brainstorming, and summarizing, but you always have to double-check its work, especially for anything that really matters. So in the end, the mystery isn't really about the machine. We know what it is now. It's an incredibly powerful prediction tool, not a thinking mind. The real question, the one we all have to answer, is about us. Now that we have this amazing new tool, how will we choose to use it wisely?